4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy, is today Saturday or Sunday? Oh my God. Sunday. Happy Sunday. I really need to figure out the day of the week before the live starts, because I always do that, but I have a hard time knowing what day of the week it is. But we are here to do one of our spooky season watch-alongs. A watch-along we were supposed to already do, but I had to reschedule it. But we are here for our Oddity watch-along. I do have a full review up on my channel of Oddity. If you're interested in my full thoughts and you haven't checked that video out yet, make sure you check that out once we finish with this watch-along. But Oddity is currently my number one favorite movie of 2024 so far. Yeah, and I have my tops right now. I think if I can think of it off the top of my head, I know The Substance is at my top, Trap is at the top, and Oddity is number one. And I'm very hard pressed to see anything surpassing Oddity. I am so obsessed with this movie. Hey Darfalina, hey Miriam. Thank you guys for being here in the watch along. And I literally just finished filming my review for the new horror movie, Mr. Crockett. So hopefully I will have that up tomorrow. And I literally, right after that, finished watching the new episode of From. And hopefully I can record and edit and have that video up Tuesday. I'm not gonna give any spoilers because the episode just dropped, but the only thing I will say is one of my theories has been proven. Now, I have been doing content on From since the very first season, and I think I'm locked in. And I will say this was an amazing episode. I thought this episode of From was amazing. But again, I won't give any spoilers. I'll just say I loved it. I watched it twice because of course, the first time I watched it, I'm taking notes and stuff. So I wanted to see it a second time to just watch it. Amazing episode. Loved it so much. The acting. Oh my God. First of all, we already know that Harold be acting his ass down. The one who plays Boyd. Yes, let me tell you guys where it is streaming at. I think it is only streaming on Shudder or AMC Plus because they're mixed in together with Shudder. And let me change. I feel like all of a sudden that is popping up super huge. Okay, there we go. I think I changed. If I change it like that. Okay, there we go. Because it was popping up like crazy. Hey, KB, thank you for being here in the live. I have it as my favorite. Yeah, okay, look, we see each other. We locked in. Yes, this is my favorite. I watched it earlier this month. Originally wanted to check it out at the movies. Yes, it was released, and I did my video on it, and then they released it on Shudder. I want to say maybe a week or two ago, they released it on Shudder. I feel like Oddity went to Shudder fast. Because I remember wanting to see, and I still haven't seen it, but I remember wanting to see that movie where they're in the woods. What is it called? Violence in Nature, Violence in the, oh damn. Y'all, what's that new slasher called? Something in the Woods. I don't know, but it's a Shudder original, but it went to theaters first. I was waiting forever for that to come to Shudder. It finally came to Shudder, but I haven't had a chance. Thank you. In a Violent Nature. Yes, I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but I was waiting forever for it to finally go to Shudder. But I feel like Oddity went to Shudder super, super quick. But oh yeah, and I can't announce who will be there just yet because I got one person confirmed and I'm waiting for the other person. But remember how I ran my mouth about I don't want to do no work on my birthday? Somehow I'm wrapped up in doing work on my birthday. I will be hosting a live on Wednesday, which is the date of my birth. I don't know how the hell that went down. It went down because I was confused on the days. For some reason, I thought my birthday was Thursday. But I am hosting a live Wednesday talking about From and theories and getting into the show and everything. And I have two guests that will be there with me. 2 guests who I really love their commentary on From. So, like I said, one is confirmed. The other one I'm waiting to hear. So, hopefully that person confirms. And then once they're confirmed, then I will announce who's going to be there and everything. But yes, we will be doing that on Wednesday on my mother freaking birthday. Y'all, I was so annoyed. But, you know, like once you give people like a day and time, you don't want to like go back when people are like doing their schedules. I was like, damn it, why did I not realize Wednesday is my damn birthday? So yeah, I'm caught up in working on my birthday. But at least it'll be fun. Like at least it isn't my 9 to 5. We'll be talking From, so that's fun. Let's see. I try to just run my mouth so everybody can get their movie together. But I feel like, do I have anything else to... What else am I working on? So my Crockett video is coming. My From episode 4 video is coming. And oh, my best thrillers you might have missed. That movie is coming. Yeah, I'm gonna do something after my live Wednesday for my birthday. Probably something before it as well. So hey, Josh G, thank you for being here in the live. And we are we together? Do we have the movie pulled up? Are we ready? It's on Shudder. It's on AMC Plus. I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't know if it's available to rent on Prime. Oh, it is available to rent on Prime. So if you don't pay for Shudder or AMC Plus, you can rent it on Prime Video. And what else do we... Oh, we have some more watch-alongs coming up to finish our Mike Flanagan watch-along. And I am not looking forward to these movies. I've never seen Gerard's Game, and I just feel like it's going to be boring. I just feel like I'm not going to like it. Absentia, I've never seen it, but it feels really shanky to me. I just feel like I'm not going to like it. And I saw Before I Wake. I think I saw it once or twice, but I could care less to kind of like relive it. Like it's fine. It's a decent movie, but I'm not crazy about it. I'm not in the mood to see it. But we got to get through them so we can finally finish the Mike Flanagan watch along. So, okay, we have it pulled up. Okay, so let's get into Oddity. And shout out to everybody for being here for the Oddity watch along. My marbles is all screwed up because this was supposed to be a members only watch along, but YouTube does not promote any members only stuff. So I like have everything set to public so like people know about it. And then I switch it to members only right before I go live, and I completely forgot. So hey, we're here for a public watch along for you guys. And then we have our other... Oh yeah, speaking of, that's a members only video that is coming. What is that butterfly movie with Ashton Kutcher? My mind is blanking, but there's a movie from like 20 years ago with Ashton Kutcher that has something to do with time travel, and the title has something to do with the butterfly effect. There we go. My brain cells kicked in. Butterfly effect. That video will be up for members only sometime this week. Like, and you know what? This week is going to be so funny to me because y'all already said if y'all were there that I'm off work for like 10 days for my birthday. So it'll be so... My number one reason whenever I'm like flaking or I'm like, oh, this isn't getting done till late, is typically because I be tired from my 9 to 5. And I'm like, child, I don't feel like doing whatever. So it'll be so interesting if I actually pump out like a lot of content while I'm off and actually like stick to things and don't flake. Because if I end up flaking, then it's not really my 9 to 5 that I can blame it on. Okay, so we are about to get into Oddity. We are about to press play in 3, 2. And I still need to see this writer director's previous movie. I tried to watch it. I saw it for like 10 minutes and I was bored and I cut it off. But I really want to go back to it because I love Oddity so much. And I've heard that the other one, I think it's called Caveat. Am I mixing it up with something? I think it's Caveat. Where the guy is like paid to go to this secluded house to stay with this girl or whatever to like watch over her. I think that's Caveat. And what did I feel like I'm forgetting. I'm so happy for Letterboxd because I be forgetting what I be watching. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do no video on it. I saw Salem's Lot. That movie sucked. I don't think I'm gonna do a video on it. I have nothing to say. It just sucked. But I like the black kid. And I saw Daddy's Head. That new horror movie, Daddy's Head. Very strange title, but that might be my number one worst movie of the entire year. Like my review on Letterboxd literally just says F this movie and the horse it rode in on. Like it's freaking terrible. I feel like one of my number one favorite things about this movie is the cinematography. This movie is just right up my alley. I just love this movie. I love everything about it. Take a swim in what? Take a swim in that make don't huh? Swim in what, Josh G? Usually I can figure out the typo, but I can't in that one. Oh, lake. No, I don't want to drown and die. I can't swim. No, I don't want to swim in that lake. And I don't want to be in, even if I knew how to swim, I don't want to be in man-made bodies of, not man-made. I don't want to be in natural bodies of water. I don't know why I said man-made. Natural bodies of water has like bugs and living things, and no, that would disgust me. I love this house they filmed in. All lakes and rivers and stuff is gross and nasty. That's why I don't want to be in it. Yes, absolutely. I think it might be my literal favorite of the year. I forget what country is this. Is this Ireland? Is this Irish? Yes, it's Irish. I don't think I've really seen any Irish horror. Not that it's in my brain right now. I love when they have two actors play. I mean, one actor. Y'all, my brain is not right today. I love when they have one actor play two roles. I be remembering movies so wrong because I swear I thought the movie opened right here. Like, I don't know why I thought this was the opening of the movie. Like in my memory, for some reason, this was the opening. I know we're in the middle of nowhere, but leaving your door wide open is crazy. You know what? This house is very odd. The living room and then was giving basement. I feel like I love this house as far as being really interesting to the eye to like film a movie in. But as far as living, absolutely not. This house feels very cold. It feels like a museum or something. I like a cozy, a house that seems cozy. I would not want to live here. I love how they set this up. You have a creepy looking stranger that comes to your door and says, let me in because someone just went in your house. Should I be more scared of the stranger at my door or the person who could possibly be in my house? Like they're going to say, yeah, lady, I'm here. I was just saying yeah, absolutely. It added to the spooky vibe though. Trapped one way out. Is there a back door? Yeah, you know what? Is there a back door in this house? And I feel like I like the way they kind of play with the we have the typical trope in horror movies where you have like the crazy person that's trying to like warn you and you don't listen to them. My timestamp is 10 minutes and 48 seconds. And I love not having just a regular peephole on the door, the way they're shooting him through that weird peephole they have on here. Definitely agree that the house adds to the creep, absolutely creep factor, and makes the overall impact a lot stronger because it looks at least 100 years. So yeah, it looks like some kind of weird castle. Is he honest? Is he not? Is he working with them? Psychological mind? Yes, yes, and I love it. It's brilliant. And I feel like, and this also why I feel like it's going to be hard for any movie to top this as my number one, because it's not perfect. Because I would say it's kind of predictable, like, you know, but it's like the execution that is so perfect to me, and like everything is my vibe. One of my favorite like writer directors is Quentin Tarantino. I absolutely love like a story that's not linear, like where you kind of get pieces but in a way where you're not confused. I love how we got that opening with the stranger at the door and we don't see what decision she makes, and then we get this scene that we're in now, and we don't necessarily have all the pieces to the puzzle to really understand the context of what we're looking at. Like in a way where you're not confused and it doesn't not make sense, but you're engaged. And I like how everything feels so cold. Cause y'all know I always say cold to me, like it's just peak horror. Like something about cold gives me horror vibes. And like even this place we're in now, like it feels cold and I love it. And this director does a lot of my favorite techniques, like lingering shots. Oh my god. I love it. But who would do this though? Who would do this? Who would do this? Who would be standing? First of all, your bare feet are in the blood, but who would do that? Who would be standing that close to that body, looking the way it's looking, their bare feet in the blood, and then bend down and pick that up? Like, who would do that? And like every set looks so good. Her little shop, freaking love, obsessed. Like I feel like this could be. It's so much of this that could be a movie on its own, which in my opinion makes a really great story. So you have to watch Strange Darling if you haven't. Have I seen? No, I haven't seen Strange Darling yet. It's on my list though. Hey, the All Watcher, are you going to go see the Terrifier 3? Yes, I am going to see Terrifier 3. I just cannot tell you exactly when. But I am planning on seeing it. Maybe this week, maybe next week. Honestly, I'm not in a hurry. I like the first two Terrifier movies. I'm excited to see the third one, but I'm not in a hurry. I like how she has a very distinct look, especially considering the fact that it's the same actress playing both twins. I like that they gave them distinct looks. If you watch Caveat, you see something familiar in this shop. The director is kind of building a universe, and I love it. Okay, yeah, I gotta finish seeing Caveat. And I feel like some movies I'm pausing because I feel like Mr. Crockett does this terribly. But some movies don't know how to do the damn it, I forget what it's called. It's a plot device. It's called something. But when a movie shows you like a certain item and you know that we're gonna like come back around to it. For example, like Evil Dead Rise, when the little girl has her Stephanie doll and you just know Stephanie is going to be used to stab somebody. I love how like we're introduced to this little bellhop Bell, and then oh, sorry, spoiler alert. I don't know if everybody seen this already. It's going to the bellhop Bell is going to come back around, and I think it's done so well, but not in a way like I feel like an Evil Dead Rise is very obvious. So I don't like how they use it. Like a lot of movies don't know how to do it right, but it can be really effective when done right. I'm so annoyed with my brain right now. I forget what it's called. But yeah, Mr. Crockett does it terribly. And it's also very obvious. Yes, and the visibly impaired twin seems stronger, more aware, love the character. I am obsessed with it. First of all, I'm obsessed with this actress now. Like mother freaking obsessed. And it's because of oh Lord, which one is Darcy? Is she Darcy? It's because of the blind twin she plays. I am so obsessed with this actress now. And yes, I absolutely love the character. I actually feel like I love every single solitary character in this movie, even the ones that you're not that are like the bad guy characters or the unlikable characters. I love every single character in this movie. I think they're done really well. The actors brought them to life really well. Freaking obsessed. And I like a movie where everyone feels like very distinct, separate characters. I love Yana. Oh my god, I love Yana. I'm sorry. I feel like that's the unlikable character that we're not supposed to like, but I love Yana. I love Yana because Yana reminds me of myself, honestly. The blonde twin gave "Don't try me, try you." Absolutely, I love her. I love her so much. And that's another thing that, like, to me, tropes and cliches and stuff aren't necessarily bad. It just depends on how you use it, because that's very tropey as well. Like the blind character that has otherworldly sights, like they don't have regular sight, but they have like a supernatural sight. Like that's been done a million times, but it feels very fresh here. And I like this thing of like mixing. I've seen it in the Substance, Oddity. I feel like it's one other movie. I can't think. But I like this like mix of retro and modern things, like her phone and voicemail thing we just saw, but also like cell phones and like a lot of the like decor and stuff feels retro, but we also have modern thing. I like that mix that we're doing now of like modern and retro all in one movie. You can't tell me the white faced man don't look creepy. Like he looks so creepy. I would love to just explore everything in this shop. I'm so curious if when I see caveat, if I will recognize whatever the item is that's also here. I mean, we can. And here's the second star of the show, Yana. How is that? Like when they look do that long shot down the like this place is just it just gives you the creeps. He's so evil. What is it? I know this can't be called a peephole because it's not a peephole. What is that sliding thing called? Now that is the only aspect of this house that I would like is that sliding peephole thing. I swear, why do humans still shake hands? Like that irks me so bad. Like, why do we have to touch when we meet? That's so irksome. If he's building a universe, interested in seeing more backstories to some of the other sort, yeah, absolutely. Like that store is so interesting. I would love to just linger in that store. I love when she says that line. She would be happy to know I sent it here. Ted don't even realize what she's saying. And I love how they don't like show us what's in the trunk. And like as they're walking away from the trunk, and it's in the background. When I was first watching, I was trying to like see in the background like what's in the trunk. Yana got such an attitude. Well, her sister did die here. And then we get this shot over the trunk. Like, what's in the trunk? Then we just get that little glimpse.
Did you know the traditional gift to give a couple on their 5th wedding anniversary is something made of wood? Ted and I are married for my parents' 5th wedding anniversary, which my mother knew gave her that. It's very rare. Well, Ted and I are married yet, so maybe you should take it back. Do you like it? No. I find it a bizarre present.
This is exactly why I love Yana. Because like we're not doing the fake niceties. No, I don't like the gift and I think you should take it back. And that's like one of those like pleasantry things that people just lie and not say they hate it. That's why I love Yana. Because she reminds me of me. Because I'm also going to say I hate it and not do the fake pleasantry things. Love how the feeling of being trapped reoccurs throughout the movie. They can't get rid of her, nowhere for her to go. Yeah, absolutely. And even with how they like shoot all the locations, it's not very like expansive, if that's the word. Like everything is very closed in. It's like everywhere they shoot, like every shot is like all 4 walls are kind of right there. You're just, and when like Darcy comes, we see a whole little building behind that car. Like we don't explore this whole castle thing they live in. We stay in the one little living house area that they show us. That's why it looked familiar. And the trunk is open, and we get the shot behind what was in the trunk.
Yeah, so the fridge is right down to your right. Will you be able to find it? I'll find it. Good night. Will you see my things?
How a blind person gonna see your keys, lady? And that's something else I love with this movie. I feel like the director obviously has a good sense of humor because there's some good little humor pinned throughout the movie. And I love how we get the over the shoulder shot behind the wooden man. I love you. How can you not like Yana? Come on, man. Like, would I be back here if I had found my keys, lady? That light outside the bathroom door is so weird. The trunk reveal. Seriously, KB, come on. You know what though? I've heard people say there's like a jump scare. I think this movie has really great jump scares, but none of them like made me jump, but they're all really good. But I've seen a lot of people say that this was the first movie in a long time that like the jump scare made them jump. And it was like one of the best jump scares recently. I want to so badly know which jump scare that is. Darcy is so weird. It's been a year since her sister died. Why have we not finished building the kitchen? And the way she just sits the tray of food down without trying to direct the blind girl to what's in front of her. Yana girl.
I'm a senior sales rep for a major.
She was offended. Girl, I'm a sales rep.
That's how I met Ted. And we became friends. Just found out we were not in common.
Y'all, what the hell does Ted and Yana damn have in common? And what the hell could they possibly have in common? I love this shot of them having just this casual conversation and that damn wood man sitting over there.
She wished to know had he ever been unfaithful in their marriage. He had been for years. How did you tell that from his wedding ring? By holding it. You could tell that this guy was cheating on his wife by holding his wedding ring. Yes. Well, that's impossible. So you're psychic. Personal answers work best. Watches, rings, anything that is in close contact with the skin. Well, if you can make an effort for that, I'll come to you. Do you mind staying out from the room at night until it's working? I'll stay out for it. Well, I suppose I think can happen to your sister here.
I could never move into a house with a boyfriend where his wife was freaking murdered.
And if one were to knock at the door, would you allow them in? Of course not. Do I look stupid? I have no idea what you look like.
This is more of the humor I was talking about, and that one is my favorite. I don't know what you look like, but you sound stupid. Oh my god, I love her. I love Darcy.
Must mean that she didn't look stupid either. I never said she did. You're implied it. Danny would never allow a stranger sorry.
Maybe they heard me. I'm scared of boy. I'll come to town. I'll call the police. Stand here at the door. Keep your eyes open.
You were supposed to stay by the door, lady. He just gave you clear instructions. I love when she looks back and he's gone and you just see the blackness. And now she's spooked because it's like, is someone in my house? Do I listen to this strange man? Now this next move is has to be the number one thing that pisses me off and doesn't make sense to me. Why in Jesus' name would I go into the tent to check the camera to see if somebody's in here? Why would I do that to myself? Like, that feels so freaking stupid. That bugs me more than anything else in this movie. Like, that makes no sense. Man, try to tell you somebody was in there, girl. And I love this. I love her. Like, I love, first of all, her looking through those pictures and then he pops up. And then I love her, like, really slowly unzipping this, what is this thing called? Tent. I love that. That was so good. That was so good. This movie's jump scares are amazing. That was so good. Because it's like when she's slowly unzipping it, we're expecting someone to be there, but she unzips and no one's there. And I like how he comes from that side. This is actually sad, though. This is sad. And then I like how they switch right there. You see him walking towards the tent, and then you just see the tent bloody. Yana was so clearly full of it, talking about she was there for Ted. Baby, when I tell you, Darfelina, when Ted is in the shop talking to, I think I said this in my review, talking to Darcy, and he's talking about how they were friends and the way they became more than friends after the wife died because she was there for him. She was a shoulder to cry on. Like, he used some type of wording like that. Nothing about Yana gives shoulder to cry on. Nothing about her gives nothing about that lady. Like, nothing. That's why even when she's like, we found out we have a lot in common. What the f do y'all have in common? Like, it's so crazy. Oh my God. So ridiculous. I love the humor too. It was a stupid question, but a common one. Plus, Darcy is so self-absorbed. Love her. Yana is so self-absorbed. Yes, I love Yana. It was just so funny to me. Do I look stupid? I don't know what you look like, but you sound stupid. Like, oh my God. Shout out to the writers. Because that was good. Oh my God. And even the humor in this, talking about how to spell his name. How do you spell that? With one eye or two? Like, it's so much good little, like, dry humor sprinkled throughout the movie. He's so evil. I love him. Great character. Great performance. Nigga, I just told you I ain't even finna be here long. Somebody don't ever let you catch me.
Personal options.
What did that lady get in that? I'm telling you, like, that is the only, like, the biggest number one thing with the writing that pissed me off. Now, it created some good shots, some good scenes, great jump scare, two great jump scares. But her going in that tent was just dumb as hell. Oh my God. It irks my nerves so bad that she did that. Oh my God. But it set up some good stuff. He's such a weirdo. How the orderly beat the doctor at chess? Like, no disrespect to the orderlies out there, but you would think that the doctor would be winning at chess. I'm breaking the trail leg since I couldn't get a knife from the kitchen and sleeping upright at the door. Like if I and especially I could see if they had her just get into the tent, like she's just going to sleep for the night or whatever. But the fact that she grabs the camera that her sister had her set up to like take pictures of ghosts, the fact that she grabs the camera to look to see if somebody was in there, the fact that you do that before getting into the tent really makes it just dumb. Like if she wouldn't have grabbed the camera and just got into the tent, it wouldn't have been ridiculous because she would have just felt like she doesn't believe the stranger was at her door. She doesn't think anyone is in here. So she's just like getting into the tent for the night. Now, they never confirmed. Was they having an affair? Because I sure think they were. Oh, God. My favorite scene of the movie is coming up. He's trying to figure out how that orderly beat him at chess. It's so many jump scares in this movie, and they're so good. And I love the moments in the movie like, wait, did I see that? Like his head was up and then now it's just normal. And it's like, wait, did I see that? So good. They confirmed it by showing us who Yana and the husband really are. I don't know, because I'm like, it sure feel affairish to me, and y'all feel like affair people, but they never quite said it was an affair. But yeah, you're right. I love this Wooden Man, and I feel like that stupid movie that I hated, Don't Look Away. The way that mannequin was used in Don't Look Away, I mean, the way the wooden man is used in here is how I expected the mannequin to be used in Don't Look Away. They really dropped the ball on that. This is literally my favorite scene of the whole movie. Literally. Like, why is she reaching her hand into his mouth? I don't know if I'm just a weirdo, but it is something about like symmetrical holes that is so disturbing to me. Like, it's so disturbing. Like, this scene literally like gives me chills and like what do you call them things? What are them things? Freeze bumps, goosebumps. And where the hell wait a minute, what was these long ass tweezers at? I mad they was just right there at her disposal. This reminds me of that game when I was a kid, Operation. Baby, who tooth is this? Who tooth is this? Because I'm assuming that's Darcy's lock of hair. But I know she didn't pull out her own tooth. And a vial of blood.
Put them back.
What is this? Put them all back. Now.
Darcy feel a little possessed right now. There's no way I'm pulling out a tooth and a vial of blood and just going to say good night. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what's in those holes not digging in them. That's literally, that's my favorite scene of the whole movie, because her coming over to that thing, inspecting it, trying to put her hand, like, why are you trying to put your hand in its mouth and digging in them little holes? I just love that scene. Like, when my first watch, the way it just was tingling my skin, because I don't know, maybe that's just me. I just have a thing, and I think they had that on one season of American Horror Story. It's like an act. Now mine ain't that bad, but it was a season of American Horror Story where there's actually like a disorder or like anxiety disorder where like you have an issue with symmetrical holes. Mine ain't on that level, but it's something like I hate to look at it. I don't know. It's so weird. It's something about symmetrical holes. Like, I hate to even look at it. It disturbs me. But of course I love horror, so I'm going to look and be disturbed. Yeah, what was up with the tooth? Was it representing when she got beat with a hammer? I want to know who tooth it was, because I feel like we know. I won't say it because I don't know if this is a spoiler if anybody has not seen it. But like, obviously with what we know coming up, like, I'm like, that's her vial of blood, that's her lock of hair. Baby sleeping at this table takes me out. Like, the way she's laying there takes me out. That made me jump. Oh, Darcy's saying, put that back. Can you see me or not? It's like Daredevil. She uses her other senses to see you. Like, who puts the light switch outside the bathroom door? I've never heard of that in my life. Darcy, baby, you're going to have a crook in your neck. I'm mad she cut the light on just to close the door and cut the light off. Oh my God. If you're leaving out of there, why did you cut the light on? Oh my God. I used to play that in elementary school. This is my fourth watch. I just noticed Darcy woke up rubbing the back of her head. She must have felt it because she connected to the wooden man. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, like, the two. So I'm not the only person that be watching movies over and over again when I really like them. Because this is your fourth watch. This is my third watch. And I'll likely see it 3 more times before the year is out.
We set up a little tent here downstairs instead of going back to the city, and I find it kind of cozy and romantic. What do you think, Ted?
Fucking freezing.
Why don't you show us your face? Let's see how happy you look.
I love tons of pillows on my bed. And then just get nice and comfy.
This is Danny Tim's coming to Wild's Farm Furnished City. We set up a little tent here downstairs instead of going back to the city. I find it kind of cozy and romantic. What do you think, Ted?
That was so good. And that. This movie is so, and it's like, we get those generic horror movies where it's like jump scares galore and you're so annoyed because they're like cheap jump scares and terribly done and easily choreographed type of jump scares. This movie is so full of jump scares, but they're all literally masterful. Like, how do you put so many great jump scares in one movie? Like, you got that many good ideas for jump scares. Now, why that trunk lid did that? Yo, she doing some good acting because baby looks scared. What I tell you, Yana, I love Yana. Yana literally did what every black person watching a horror movie say they would do. Get out of Dodge City. And she said F Darcy and she just got out of there. The way she ran out of there. Not calling Ted in the house like, oh my God, I just like, no, she left. She said, F Darcy, if you die, you die. Like, I love that. Yo, Yana is literally one of my favorite characters of the whole year. Love her down. Because, yeah, she ran, she left. As she should. Oh my God. I swear, when I first saw this, it took me out. Because I was just like, you gonna just leave Darcy to die? Yes, she did not have any shoes on. She saw her keys and she left. You and that wooden man ain't sleeping at this without stand up. Yeah, this movie is amazing. And this was something else I liked when I was talking about the new thing of like mixing modern with retro. Because why the hell you got a lantern in your trunk? Excuse me, sir? Like, I expect him to pull out a flashlight. Why is there a lantern in your trunk? Like, what? Nah, we gonna come up on the second dumbest thing for me in the movie. The first was baby going into that tent. And then we coming up on the second dumbest. But the movie is still amazing. I don't care. Right. Absolutely. Make a scared character that makes sense. I'm gone. Like, we don't need to spend time trying to convince nobody of what we saw, or like that irked me so bad in Barbarian when when the guy is like, let me go look, and I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here arguing with nobody. I would have just ran out of there. Like, yes, Yana, just run out of there.
She said you told her a man that works for the hospital killed Danny.
Yes. What's your name? Do you know who I'm talking about?
There is a lady that works for me called Ivy. Oh, killed Danny. The week he was released, he came up here and killed her.
He came out here to save her, and I dragged him from his bed and I killed him.
That's how a vengeance story always works.
Danny told me what you were like when you were
Wouldn't that be a red flag to me that I literally just told this man I murdered someone and he doesn't bat an eye?
The hospital where you have me committed.
No. No, I loved your sister. So I owed to her to help you. Yes, I could have you committed if I thought you were a danger to yourself or to someone else.
I am a danger to either. So if you're going to send someone out here to kill me, send him.
I love how she says that.
Where's this coming from? Ivan and Danny never even met. Why would he kill her?
Because you asked him to.
Excuse me.
I don't love you anymore. I've met someone else. I'm sorry. That was all you had to say. She would have cried and it would have been difficult, but I would have been there and she would have gotten over you. But instead, you had Ivan come here and kill her.
So, she'll be at the house on Friday.
I love how this movie plays out. Just giving us pieces and pieces and then putting them together.
Why don't you just divorce her? She loves me.
Him and Yenna deserve each other, child, because they're both full of themselves. Like, oh, this woman loves me so much. She'd rather be dead than me leave her. Like, what? Like, you really think you're that special? Poor Olin.
Why don't you wait until the place is furnished? And it could be time to return mine. No, leave Virginia this way.
And he is so cold-blooded and disgusting. He wants her killed in a tent because he cares more about his house than his wife and her life. He don't want his house messed up. Ivan is so psychotic. You don't want her hurt. You just want her dead. Just break up. But I was wondering if he would have lost big in the divorce because him killing her didn't make the most sense. It makes sense as far as if he's as full of himself as I think. But maybe he didn't want to lose the house or the money or whatever the heck.
And you can tell him everything that you just told me and see what his reaction is. He'll tell you it was Olin that killed your sister, and he'll walk you through the evidence again. You're still not having a question. Come on, let's call him.
You call him. You tell him what you did. And then call Ivan and send him out here so I can kill him.
I love this lady so much.
I'm going to leave my phone here. I'm going to go back to the office. I'm going to call the detective in and tell him to call you here, all right? If you don't answer, I'll tell him to come up here and talk to you in person. But please, when the phone rings, pick it up.
I'm sorry, but this ain't made no damn sense. Now, I was with you, Mr. Ryder. I was on board with you all the way through until we got to this. What hours do Ivan work? Why is he still here? Darcy, girl. You smarter than this. I'm still split on if I like the fact that they showed us that before she started walking, or if I would have preferred if it was a surprise instead of them showing us.
But instead, I think it would be worse to expose you. I'm going to see to it that he needs everything.
When the phone rings,
I do not think that thing could have been picking up that silently. And then sat down silently. This is like the only part of the movie that, number one, feels extremely contrived, because why was Darcy up here in this exact spot when he came home? Like, why was she in literally that exact spot by the trap door? Like, she just so happened to be right there. That irks me so bad. And then also, him trying to convince her to talk to that cop, and I'm going to have him walk you through the evidence. Girl, you a psychic. Like, you know this is true. You touched the items. You know he had your sister killed. There should be no convincing her to answer some phone and talk to some detective. And that irks my nerves so bad. Like, that irked me. But you know, a tale of vengeance can only end one way. It always ends the same way. But it just irks me how we got to that, because it makes no sense. And I could see if she maybe like went to the spot her sister died in, but her being in that spot makes no sense. That's the spot her sister was in when she was like, this is the only place to get a signal. It makes no sense to me that Darcy was right there. It doesn't make sense. That part didn't make sense to me, was her telling him what she knew. We always have to have the proverbial, I know what you did and I'm going to the cops. They do that in every single solitary movie. Now, am I crazy, or did this wooden man move? Wasn't he on the other side of the table? And wasn't Darcy in that spot where he's now at? Because the wooden man was facing the stairs. Why you pissed off, Miriam? Acting like your sister in that tent. Exactly. I just feel like, for as well written as I feel like this movie is, we could have did something a lot better to get Darcy from point A to point B. Like, having her just so happen to be in that spot by that trap door and listen to the man that she knows because she's psychic, killed her sister, and go reach for that damn phone makes absolutely no sense. That irks me so bad. But I still love this movie. But I just feel like that was a point where the writer got a little stuck. Like, how do we get her to this? How do we use this trap door? Poor Darcy. And I'm wondering, is this like an Irish thing? Like, why is there even a trap door in the floor? There go the man you wanted, girl. And I like how, I think, was it her sister that said we are connected? And like now Darcy is saying it, but it's the, like, showing us that she's connected to the wooden man. And with the last breath in my body, Ivan, I'm gonna get your ass. Hey, Kay. It's an old castle living quarters, so maybe that explains the trap door. Does it? Like, what is it for? Because I don't know, did they build this house or did they renovate it? But even if it's a castle, why is there a trap door in your castle? What are you using it for? Are you dropping a sack of potatoes down? Like, what are you doing? Darcy clinging to life long enough to still get... get her revenge makes her such an iconic character to me. I'm telling you, with the last breath in my body, I'm gonna get you. Absolutely. I feel like it's that like that. Well, not every tale of revenge, because you have Kill Bill and John Wick, but the proverbial like stories of revenge typically ends with that. It's the moral is always that if you dig one grave, you might as well dig two. Like, you typically have to always die in your mission for revenge.
This is a reminder. Take your Zyrtec.
Who wants stone walls in their house? Like, I can see like one little accent wall that's stone, like around a fireplace, but fully stone walls. I laughed at Ivan though in that best. Okay, good, because I'm about to say how you voodoo queen psychic and the killer get you too. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I love the sound effects here with like all the screaming. It's so crazy. I feel like music, the score and stuff is like one of my number one things with the movie. Like, the music can really make or break a scene or a movie. It'll add to the suspense, it'll add to the atmosphere. I love the long shot down the hallway. But you know what? Ivan though was getting the heck out of Dodge City like Yana. Like, he said, I will jump over this damn thing just to get out of here. Damn. Last breath. And really, spiritual reparations. Can't trust him, Ivan. What do you think of the edit with Ivan? How it just went to a different scene? I love it. And also why I love it narratively is because I don't like a hero or a protagonist that's infallible. Darcy failed her mission. Darcy died before avenging her sister with Ivan. And I actually really like that. Like, I don't like to see a story where like your plan goes off without a hitch and everything just maps out perfectly. And in editing, just how they just went to the scene worked for me. That damn nurse ain't even trustworthy. But Ivan is shook. He crying. Because all he cares about is himself. There's nothing that can't be explained. I like the insights into the characters that we get from a lot of the lines of dialogue. Because, what is his name? Ted talking about he believes there's nothing that can't be explained plays into the ending. I love how we kept getting the little shots of the back of him with that little strap. The whole movie didn't know what we was looking at, why we was looking at it, and then it comes back around in the end. I'm so sick of looking at Ivan little ugly feet, child. Mr. Director, please get his foot out the frame. I would have enjoyed that jump scare a lot better if Ivan's ugly feet were not in the frame. Hey, Jared Runner. Ivan ready to turn his life. Let me tell you, Ivan is, you know how they do the altar call at church? Ivan is ready to get up there for the altar call, okay? Look, all it took was the wooden man. I love Yana's voicemail. And I feel like, look at the job you do. You don't think that's extremely strange for you to have no problem living in a house where your wife and your sister-in-law were murdered? Like, that's weird. Now, I feel like when my first watch of this, I was so angered by the ending. It was still my favorite movie of the year. But on my second watch, I actually really, really loved the ending. But I was so mad the first time. There's that bell. Come back around. Child, I ain't playing with this bell. But hey, that's me. I'm superstitious, I guess. I ain't playing with no ghosts. I ain't playing with none of this stuff. I feel like my interpretation is Darcy mailed this before she came out to the house as a backup plan in case her and her wooden man did not do the job. We know the character of Ted is so arrogant, first of all, but also strongly believes in what he just told Ivan. There's nothing that can't be explained. He doesn't believe in supernatural stuff. So we know without a shadow of a doubt, he would press that bell just to prove himself right that that stuff isn't real. And when I first saw the movie, my first watch, I was annoyed because I am that person that I be so annoyed when people get revenge and you just kill the person. Like, I was so happy when she said she's going to like take everything he holds dear and expose him. So I was mad we didn't get that. And I was also annoyed that we didn't actually see I love this song. I love the way this ends. I love the song they play. I love him smiling like, oh, I knew this wasn't real. And then I feel like the lyrics are so fitting, like now you know. And then we get the shot of the dead bellhop. Like, I love that so much. And then it just cuts. Like, I love that so much. I think it's so brilliant. My first watch, I did not feel that way. But on rewatch, I love how that ends. And I think it's so brilliant. And that is still my number one favorite movie of 2024. I do not see anything knocking it out. What do you think was his outcome? Haunted by the demon? No, he was killed. When we were in the little shop and Darcy was telling us the story of it, she said the last 2 or 3 people that had the bell got killed, that if you ring the bellhop appears and he kills you. And that's why on my first watch, I was annoyed because I was like, I wish we got like an ending kill where like we actually saw Ted get his comeuppance and we saw the bellhop kill him. But this is one of the rare instances where I feel like leaving something to the viewer's imagination actually works. Because I can't stand when Hollywood make a movie and don't give you answers and be like, oh, because we leaving it to the imagination of the viewer. No, baby, you get paid the Hollywood bucks. Use your imagination and give me the damn answer and show me. But in this case, this is the way for me you do the leave it to the viewer's imagination. I think that ending is brilliant and works very well. Ted was killed by the ghost bellhop. He was trying to get Darcy to ring the bell when she told him about it. He didn't believe it. Loved her voicemail. When I tell you, Yana is the MVP. I love Yana. Miriam, was this your first time watch? Okay, I forgot. I thought she said she doesn't know what could happen. That's why she wouldn't ring it. Now I remember her story. Yeah, she said the last people were killed. If you ring it, you get killed. And I wouldn't be playing with that thing. Like, I don't know. Is it real? Is it not real? I don't know. So since I don't know, I'm not going to press it. Even the foot scene played into many people's fears, feet being exposed, hanging over the bed without strap. Oh, that's good. You know what? I didn't even think about that. Yes, that is very true. I don't have that fear, so I guess it didn't like register and pop in my head. But yes, that is very true. I was just sick of seeing that man's feet. Like, oh, I was sick of seeing his foot in that scene. Like, his feet killed that scene for me. His feet killed that scene for me. I was disgusted. I could throw up. Like, I hated looking at his feet. Oh my God. I hated looking at his feet so freaking bad. Like, God, that ruins that scene. But this movie is literally Chef's kiss. Masterful. Brilliant. And I feel like I was just having a conversation with somebody. I forgot how did we even got into this conversation, but they were saying something about like the greatest era of horror or movies in general. They were either talking about the greatest era of horror or the greatest era in general. And they were saying something about everybody says it's the 80s, but they feel like it's the 70s. And I said, I don't think it's either one. Like I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, that was the greatest era and that's the best era of movies and movies suck these days and there's no original ideas and nothing's good. I personally think anybody that says there's no original ideas and that you just don't watch enough movies. There are tons of original ideas and I think movies just get better and better with time. I love old movies, I love modern movies, and I think it all just gets better. And Oddity is like a prime example. Like, I freaking love this movie. It's so brilliant, it's so well done, it's so well shot. Oh, okay. This was your first time watch. I know you loved it like we loved it, Miriam. This movie is so amazing. That foot scene was extra spooky because the door opened and you don't know what came into. Look, it just was ruined for me. I couldn't get past trying not to vomit looking at Ivan's foot. Like, it ruins that scene for me. Like, literally, it ruins the scene. I cannot even appreciate the jump scare or any type of fear in that scene because I just have fear of Ivan's feet. Like, but I am obsessed with this movie. I am now in love with the writer-director. I cannot wait to see what he does next. And I am obsessed with the actress that played Danny and Darcy. Obsessed with her. And I will probably see this movie 100 more times before the year is out. What was this? This was my third. Yeah, this was my third. Where's my phone? This was my third watch of Oddity. And I swear I love it more and more each time I watch it. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Like, this movie is the epitome of like what is today? Oh, today is the 13th. Okay. His foot exposed made it scarier to me too. Well, I'm glad y'all were able to appreciate the scares in that scene because I could not. But I mean, objectively, we got a good jump scare. It's a good scene. But that foot just, I couldn't. I was like, Mr. Director, please. If I was filming this, I would have had to figure out a way to get his foot out that frame. Like, but then that would mess up everything they're doing because the man takes a bite out of Ivan's foot. And that's like the whole thing of the scene is his foot hanging. Oh God, I just could not take his foot in that frame. Like, I feel like I'm the opposite of Quentin Tarantino. He always wants to put somebody's feet in his movie. I don't want nobody's feet in my movie. But thank you guys so much for showing up for our Oddity watch along, our amazing October spooky season watch along. This was fun. And again, if you haven't, I do have my full Oddity review. If you would like my full thoughts on the movie, make sure you check that out. From episode 4 will be up. Mr. Crockett will be up. Those reviews will be up Wednesday, the day of my birth. I will be doing my From Live. I can't remember the time I told them, but I'll have all of that stuff posted so y'all know, make sure your bell notifications are on. Make sure, all the things, like the video, share the videos, comment on the video, all the things, just, all the things. And shout out to all of our new subscribers and everyone. We hit our 1,500 subscriber mark. What was it like? We got like 40 subscribers in 2 weeks, which is really good for me. So I'm very excited. Oh my God. What I will say about Mr. Crockett is, so the movie, oh damn it. Do you ever feel like there's so many movies in your head, like you can't even get your memory right? What is that movie? Hatchet. Okay. What is the guy name in Hatchet? Victor Crowley. Okay, it takes me a minute because there's so much in my head. I always say that Victor Crowley is a great horror villain trapped in a sucky horror movie. I've never said that about any other movie outside of Hatchet. Now Mr. Crockett is added to that list. I think Mr. Crockett is a great horror villain stuck in a terrible movie. I fucking hated that movie. Oh my God. But I love Mr. Crockett. I love the actor, but I thought the acting in that movie was atrocious. Outside of the actor that did Mr. Crockett, I hated that movie. And I was so shocked when I went in to see Tyrone live, to see everybody raving and how much they love Mr. Crockett. But you know what? Shout out to that black man. Shout out to him. Okay? Miriam, Miriam, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You're going too far. You're going too far. I know she hated it too, but want to hear what elements, if any, you think have potential. Yeah, so my full Mr. Crockett, I filmed it earlier, so I need to edit it, so it'll probably be up tomorrow. Tentatively, because y'all know if I feel like editing it tomorrow, it'll be up tomorrow. But tentatively, because, you know, it's going to get up when it get up. But it should be up very soon, because I've already filmed it. I just got to edit and all that good stuff. Well, I don't think I know the actor. I was trying to figure out what else he's done because I think he needs some kind of award, but you know he ain't gonna get one, child, because you know it's horror and he black. But I think he needs some kind of award because I truly feel like that was like top 5 performance of the year. But I saw that he played in Harlem with Forrest Whitaker. I forget the name, but I've never seen him. But yeah, no, we going too far. I'm not gonna say he fine or nothing like that. But thank you guys so much for showing up for the watch along. And I am going to try in between packing and getting ready for my move and just enjoying my time off for my birthday. I'm going to try to get these videos up for y'all in a timely fashion. But you know, I'm like ghetto Jesus. I might not come when you want me, but I'm always on my time. Thank you guys so much. I will see you in the next one.
Goodbye.